How are we getting on, folks? Look, I think it says it all, really. Didn't go our way at all there um, for Sunday. Just completely the opposite to what Saturday was. We just couldn't get it right, and therefore we just ended up flat in our faces. But moving on to tomorrow in Tipperary, there is some fairly nice racing going on. I'm lucky enough to be able to go thanks to Broker's Tip and Seven Worlds, but um, yeah, it looks to be a fairly nice day racing now, in terms of flat racing is concerned. Starting off at the 440, fairly nice opening contest. There is a Coolmore horse coming in here called Arnico River. Now he is currently priced at 4 to 6. Realistically, it's a no bet race, but if you are looking for a horse to double up or whatever you want to do, Arnico River should not be beaten in this sort of company here. He's 20 odd pounds superior to the second favorite. There's nothing really much else to say. He is the class act of the race. He should take an awful lot of beating. Anything bar a fairly comfortable win for Arnico River here, it'd be a massive, massive shock, in my personal opinion anyway. But realistically, anything can happen in this flat racing game. But realistically, Arnico River should definitely have too much in hand here. 4 to 6. It's short, but it's a reasonable price. It represents the exact chance that he does have. He looks to be as close to a certainty as he can get. Anything bar first place, I would be severely, severely concerned. 515, short enough price favourite in here. Colin Keane. I don't really know. I think it was an impressive win that particular day. Not saying that it wasn't, but there's one coming in here and one traveling from England. You don't see too many English trainers coming over to Ireland. Keith Dalglish sends Misty Air over, ridden by Chris Hayes, and is currently priced at 6 to 1. For me, this is going to be the nap of the day. When you look at the 2 lengths ninth, it's crazy when you think about a 2 length loss for a horse to finish ninth, but that was in Group 2 company. Very, very impressive performance that particular day. If it shows anything along the same lines like that, I would be convinced that this horse is going to be thereabouts. I definitely think 6 to 1 is a bit of an insult, to be quite honest, considering it is dropping in grade and dropping considerably in grade as well. Considering the last day it was Group 2 company, dropping down two grades in class, you could say. So 6 to 1 looks to be an incredible price. Realistically, I would be shocked. I'd be shocked to see it being completely outpaced. I think this sort of a race is going to be a blanket finish, but experience in better company should pay dividends for Misty Air here. And realistically, it is facing a fairly weaker affair. We've seen it before. The English horses tend to be better flat horses than the Irish, but yeah, I think Misty Air here at 6 to 1 is definitely nap-worthy contendership in my personal opinion. 545, and this is the one that I'm going to be waiting for anyway. It's very, very hard to go against a horse that I am involved in. The horse that I am involved in is Broker's Tip. I'm going to stick by him. Trained by Darren Bunyan, ridden by Jamie Powell, claiming £7. He is he is coming in here on the back of, I wouldn't say a disappointing performance. He was racing over 6 furlongs, back down to 5 now. He just died off over the last furlong. I think the 5 furlongs is definitely going to suit him a little bit better. I haven't heard anything yet in regards to like what Darren thinks or anything like that. So this isn't coming from the trainers. This is just coming from myself. Um, but it is a wide open affair. There's no doubt about it. Like these handicaps, especially, they're a tricky thing for a trainer to get right, and it's going to be interesting to see. Look at the £7 claimer. I don't know too much about him, but I know his family is definitely steeped in racing history. But realistically, I'd definitely be hopeful for a fairly nice run and a fairly competitive run at that. I definitely think if he shows the form that he has done, he should be thereabouts in the finish. But realistically, I've just gone for a small each way myself. But I want to wish Darren and Jamie the very, very best of luck, and as well as that, all the seven world racing club members as well. It's hopefully going to be a very, very exciting day for us all, especially with myself and a couple of others being there on track. 6:15, another short price favourite in here for Kieran Cotter and Usheen Orr. And realistically, it looks to be the one they all have to beat as well. I'd be like the first race, I'd be severely concerned if the favourite here is beaten. Course and distance winner, 2.25 lengths in front of Back to Brussels at Cork last time, faces him here again today. He actually receives weight as well, so it says it all, really, doesn't it? Like when you have a horse that's actually rated higher but actually receives weight as well, you definitely would be thinking that it is going to be a fairly comfortable victory here, and realistically 10-11, it is a very, very nice opportunity here for this horse to go back-to-back course and distance wins. Next race off, the 6:45, and it's a tricky one. Joseph O'Brien is an undefeated horse in here, ridden by Dylan Brown McMonagall, a man that's been in serious form. Jessica Harrington, Shane Foley, two of them have been in great form so far as well. The one that I'm liking, though, and the next best of the day for me, is Celtic Times, drawn in stall one, drawn in the box seat, trained by Jim Bulger, ridden by Kevin Manning. When you look at the form this horse has, second in a maiden, third in a maiden. When it won last time out, that was in maiden company as well. But the last time, it was in Group 3 company, and it was in around 4.5 lengths behind Castle Star, Masito strapped, and ahead of some of the likes of the Twilight Jet, the Entertainer, It'll Do My Day. They're the only ones that actually ended up running. But if it produces a performance similar enough to that, it's back in. I'm just trying to find what sort of race it is. 6:45 Tipperary. It doesn't say what grade of race or anything like that it is, but to me anyway, that definitely does signify a drop in class. Usually you'd see the Group 3s or Group 2s are listed, but I definitely think if shown similar enough form to that, it's definitely rated to be as good as some of these, if not better. Drawn in stall one as well is definitely going to be this horse's this horse's ideal to get a nice break, and the fact that it's a front runner as well, it definitely would be suggesting to me that it's going to enjoy the sort of the course that Tipperary is. Usually the flash meetings they do tend to be more front running tracks, and certainly definitely very, very interesting for me anyway. 7:15, this one here, it's a tricky handicap as well, but I'm going to take a bit of a chance and take a bit of a punt on Kevin Prendergast and Chris Hayes, getting a nice little bit of weight here off the Noel Mead and Colin Keane mount as well as an awful lot of as well as a few others, getting a full stone ahead of the Martin horse, getting over a stone ahead of the Wild Horse. Uh, da, 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 da. Over a stone ahead of the Donnelly horse as well. So realistically, look at it, it is getting pucks of weight and plenty of opportunity here. Third last time out definitely signified a bit of a boost in form. If it shows anything like it did that particular day, it's definitely coming in here with a nice shot. Just looking at the way it ran the last day, track the leaders is definitely going to be a very, very nice a nice way of running around Tipperary, especially on the flat, especially on these conditions. Conditions are going to be well up his alley, and realistically, he could be a hard one to stop. At 4-1 looks to be a fairly nice price, and hopefully he will take all the stopping, especially getting in receipt of plenty of weight here. 7:45, another wide open race. The one that I am liking is Timothy Doyle and Ben Cohen. You don't see that combination happen too often, but when you do, it's usually very, very interesting. Storm Steps, obviously Tim Doyle, not too far away from Tipperary Racecourse, will like to have a fairly close winner to home. Drawn and Stall one as well. This horse does like to go from the front a bit. Distance winner earlier on the year as well. That was in Dundalk. That was a very convincing winner, went from pillar to post. Just looking down his form around Tipperary, he's only ran there once and he was 50-1 that particular day. So he was dead last. But it's understandable as well. The more this horse runs, the better he usually gets. He has a few runs under his belt now as well. So he is coming back into a fairly nice mark. He's running off a mark of 58. The day he won in Dundalk, it was on a mark of 70, but just trying to find the last time it won on turf. Actually didn't win on turf altogether. The first time it won in Dundalk, it was off a mark of 61. So it's technically £3 better off than what it was on its first win. So 10-1 looks to be a fairly nice each way. I definitely would be suggesting each way on a race of this competitive nature. Realistically, any one of these horses could win the race. And hopefully Tim Doyle will get his local winner, and I definitely will be shouting him on tomorrow. Finally, then, the last race of the day is actually going to be the patron pick of the day, so I'm not going to be covering that. But thanks again, and the very, very best of luck to you all tomorrow. And like I already said, very best of luck to the trainer Darren and the rider Jamie on Broker's Tip tomorrow. I know Darren has another horse in the race as well, and want to wish them the very best of luck as well. But as long as they're behind Broker's Tip, I'm happy. But yeah, that's basically it. Please make sure to keep liking, sharing, and subscribing as well. If you are having a bet tomorrow, the very, very best of luck. Hopefully we won't have another day like we did the last day in the Curragh, and hopefully it'll be more like the day before, where we picked out 16-1 winners, 2-1 winners, 4-1 winners, all these big price horses. If you haven't already done so, please make sure to keep liking, sharing, and subscribing. Like I already said, if you are going to be having a bet tomorrow, the very, very best of luck. And I will see you all tomorrow for the Tipperary National Hunt Card.